JD, we all set?
Yeah, we are set. We are set.
Okay. So yeah, I just send a link to them. So as soon Jenkins come on here, then we start firing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here. But we have settled this other technical issue. We think we should be okay for the entire night, and we have our guest Jenkins will come on here. The link will also be sent to Madam Edith Poah representatives if they are still awake, and but they can also come on as well. So thank you very much here for joining us here. Our host, Mr. Ellis Gray Sr., apologize for the technical issue, but we are up and running again. So feel free here to come and make comments here. We will read your comments as the show goes on here. But we have already sent the link out to our guest. So Alice, go ahead. Alice, you are mute. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Alice, Alice, you have to. Alice, we are not hearing you. You have to unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. We are not hearing you, Alice. Can you unmute yourself? Alice, can you unmute yourself? Alice, we are not hearing you.
Yeah, JD, I was on the phone trying to settle my background. So yeah, Jenkins Greer was on here, and then he started the process. He's gonna be back in a second here, and we're gonna walk through what the Amwenu team have to say about Manapoa. There are a series of questions we have here. We dragged them down today about what is unfolding in the organization. Why is it everybody going helter scatter? Manapoa told the community she have already settled Grand GGAA Association debt, but there's an allegation from the opposition camp that's saying no, it's not true. The information from her camp is misleading. So they're sending a representative here, Mr. Jenkins Greer, who also the Secretary General of the Amwenu team, who have the documents, who been interacting with leaders of the organization to propound on these hidden issues and hot topics. So I think we get Mr. Greer on the line. You mute, Mr. Greer, so unmute yourself. Welcome back. I know you're into your introduction before we run into that, but we all said now we can, this topic, I wanted in my own head, I wanted to postpone it so we can have better time to run through it. But I'm receiving a couple of calls, and I just want you to, hit a couple of points that people will be, waiting next time when we bring these topics up, so that the people will say, yeah, these guys started this, so let's hear what they have to say. So yeah, go ahead from where you start.
Yes. As regard to, so just go into it straight, because a lot of folks, when it comes to my background, a lot of folks already got some information regarding that. Okay. The first question here is what? The money issue?
The first question here, give me a second real quick. Let me run through real quick. So before I go to the first question, right? My first question I have to do with, okay, why can you guys give President Edith Poah her credit for paying GGA loan? Why are you guys telling us why the woman have done so much for my belief by paying the GGA loan? So, but then I'm hearing from you guys, Cam, that the information of she paying GGA loan is misleading. So walk her through and bring her to speak on those issues or questions that have to do with if Grand GGA or the GGA in America is debt free or stay indebted.
So As calling to Edith Poah administration, GGAA is debt-free, which of course, quote unquote, we don't have problem with GGAA being debt-free because GGAA has not been really a organization debtor so fully has she been claiming. Like GGAA been struggling with debt over the past decade before she came and get the GGAA out of debt, which is misleading in the first place. Any information that is not totally right is not right at all.
Right.
Then we go to the next side. She indicated that she paid 25,000 debt. If you are preaching transparency, which is part of your platform, and you are not transparent in your information dissemination, then this transparency aspect of your platform is questioned. Now you telling the Grangidians that you paid 25,000 in debt. Now the question here is, are you saying the total 25,000, it is your administration that generated that form and paid the debt? Because she usually said she came in to the organization with negative. The organization account was quote unquote negative. And we are saying whether it is negative or positive, after paying all this debt, we don't have problem with that. But what you should tell the Grangidians that I made money in the organization up to 18,000, close to 18,000. But Mr. Jobote, the former president, owes someone 15,000, and we paid the 15,000. So because of that, we are a little bit lacking of certain amount. We never had a huge amount going into our administration. That is transparency. But you will not come out and tell us I made negative and I went and have my convention, have my inauguration, and now came up with that money to pay the debt. That means she's not transparent. This is our problem. This man generated some huge amount of money before leaving office. The convention held in Iowa, Des Moines, it is not Edith Poah convention. It is Jobote convention. So Edith Poah's first convention was the convention in North Dakota. And Edith Poah's first program ever is the program that she was inaugurated. So when those programs generate funds, then she can boast of her generating that money. Nobody have problem with that. But you can come up and say Gene Jobote money generated and the Gene Jobote money pay his debt, and you are claiming that glory. There were we, the Amiano team, the Gemo and Salute team, saying she's not transparent.
Okay, so you saying when she took power, when she took office, there was money already from the previous administration that were already sitting there. So she took those money and then used it to pay off the debt that the outgoing administration owed this debitor. And then she don't want to give the credit to the outgoing administration, and she giving it to herself. So in your belief that that credit shouldn't be given to our administration at all.
That's the fact.
Okay.
That is the fact. Because she claiming she generated that money to pay debt. That word, I generated money to pay debt, which is not factual. So if it's not factual, it is false. And the transparency aspect of a platform is been tainted for her to say she's transparent and giving false information.
Okay. Bring her to speed apart from that instance of meeting money in the cover and spending it and taking glory for yourself. Have there been any other financial malpractices in the organization since Madam Poah took office?
Because Madam Poah have not been open to audit yet. She has not been open transparently to inform me Nigerians, money collected, money spent, nothing of that kind. Madam Poah on the Praying Double show, because let me drop out a little bit. That is a non-profit organization. If you say you are a transparent administration, non-profit funding are not a hidden secret. It's a public record. Whether we get 1 million, it's a public record. Anybody asks for it, it should be there. It should be on the website. It should be in the chat room. We should be updated quarterly according to the Constitution. We have not been updated. They only come up on the platform because maybe it's the election time. They be saying we have huge amount of money, huge amount of money. How this money was generated? How you got this money? How much you get from the other place and how much you get from the other place? How much have you used? How much left? Your budget you signed, how much have you used in your budget? Because when you want to be transparent, it's a non-profit. Even if you use a dime, tell the people I use a dime for this purpose. Because it's a non-profit. If it is a profit entity, you can run how you want to run. But she's not coming out transparently. My problem is this transparency aspect.
Okay. All right, we're going to hold you there and switch over to Mr. Dennis. He just came out. Mr. Dennis, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening.
Good evening. Can you quickly introduce yourself and what you representing here today? And before I read out the same question I asked you, I'm going to give you the time because for me, I left for people to discuss things in their own view. He made me to understand why he considered transparent and what is not transparent. So I wanted to put it to you, but first of all, introduce yourself, sir.
Well, my name is JJ Dennis, and I live in Philadelphia, the former national president for Bison District Association in the Americas. And I'm supporting the Gamer Slew team.
Okay. So it seemed like you guys came here all prepared. So my question to him was, it had to do with transparency. The question is, why you guys as a Nigerian, we as a Nigerian, why are we not giving credit to Madam Poah, meeting an organization drowning in debt, as I understand it to be? Because if you inherit this organization, you took over as a leader and you go to your bank banner and you're showing negative, and then you still owe to other people, which you need to pay back. The woman leadership have been able to rescue Nigerians by paying their debt. Why are we not so excited? Why are we not giving you credit for that? Why your team coming here to discredit Madam Poah? Is there any reason for that? Or statement is just false?
Well, thank you very much. I think the word transparency, people just look at it on the financial aspect, but let's look at it holistically, to know what you're doing in the organization, what the organization is doing that people are supposed to know of. The monetary value, the monetary aspect is there. But besides that, let's look at even the chapters that we are talking about. We got 13 chapters, we got 15 chapters. These are things that we want to know about. What the chapter doing so much. These are, when you say transparency, let's know the role of the chapter within the organization. But we can't just say, oh, I'm sure you live in Des Moines.
Yeah, I do.
What do we know about the Des Moines chapter? What do we know about Pennsylvania chapter? What do we know about New England chapter? If we know about those things, they are all transparency. Then we know what is going on in those areas. If we talk about financial transparency, then we'll come back to why we're saying that we don't want to give Madam Poah credit for saying they're paying debt. Let's say, for example, if you went to the market, I don't want to be down to earth.
Right.
If you went to the market and you're supposed to sell some commodity, but before selling the commodity, somebody sold the commodity and the money is supposed to come in. Like you got bread. You already sold the bread, but you're expecting the money to come in. What you are trying to sell I mean, while you're trying to get back to the bowl to sell, the other money came in. That is not you who sold the bread. It was I, JJ Dennis, that sold the bread, and they just brought the money. But by that time, I was leaving. You understand where I'm coming from?
Right.
The money was there. You met the money there. You didn't generate that money. Somebody sold the bread, and then they brought the money, but by that time I wasn't there again. So the only way you will tell me that yes, you made money is that the one they brought to you, if you finish using it, or the one they brought to you and you sold your own bread, then you will say, okay, when I got this money, I sold 10 pieces of bread. That means to say I got nothing to do with it. But you can't say that, oh, most of the time we say, oh, she will say, the debt I was there, I paid the debt, but the money was coming in for you to pay. If Jane Djibouti were going to have that kind of opportunity that very day, that Saturday or Sunday, that they took the money to the bank on Monday, Jane Djibouti are going to pay that debt. And the only thing that was going to be left would be maybe about $2,000 because the generator some close to $17,000 plus. So that's not money that she collected. It was the funding from Jane Djibouti and the administration. You understand where I'm coming from?
Right.
So the only money that she really said, look, I got money, was her inauguration.
Okay.
That is her inauguration.
Right.
Then the convention that brought in the Queen contest. So the two aspects then, she got money from there. I agree with that. But if you say that you paid Jane Djibouti debt, first of all, that's not Jane Djibouti debt, that's the Grand Association debt, because the loan was given to the administration for them to run the convention that brought you, Edith Poah, in. If they were not going to get our money, how they were going to run the convention? So that money, because it was agreed upon, look, give me the money at the convention, I will give you the money. Because Jane Djibouti knew that you were going to make that money. And the guy who gave the money to trusted Jane Djibouti. That, yeah, I can give you the money, I know I'll get our money.
Okay. So what my understanding here is Jane Djibouti a bill of credit that Manapoa used to excel to the leadership, plenty of mention and all of that. So it shouldn't be something that she taking credit as the administrator. Oh, I raised the money, and you left the money, you left the debt on the organization, and I raised the money, I able to raise it by myself and pay the organization debt. So it was money now already like a budget. It was something like, okay,
Yeah.
we plan that, okay, after 2 days the money will be available. So no
Yeah.
matter what I'm there or not, whosoever, they're going to take the money and give it to you.
They will pay your money.
Okay. So now my other question have to go to both of you like this. All right, with all what really going on with the Grenadier Association? Why always when there is new leadership, there must be always financial problem? Because I noticed when I first attended Grenadier Convention, I can say I can't really remember who leadership was that because I was just new in the US. But when one of those convention in Des Moines, when Moses Cooley was the president of Grand Juliet Association chapter in Iowa. And I can remember I was one of the planners for that convention. I was even at the door, we sold lapas and all of that. And then we raised some good setting money amount. I can say maybe between 17 to 18 or $19,000. I can't be exact on that. Those are money. And then every time we have program, we have convention, we have sub-organization within a Grenadier organization. Why is the Grenadier Association always having financial issue? And what your team, Amwenu team, what are some brains, what idea you guys get to come on board and change all of the irregularity within the Grenadier Association that have been going on for ages?
Okay. Let me get on that first. The first thing first, this non-profit organization called Grand Juliet Association, we thank our full founders. They founded the organization at a point in 1975, way back then, to help themselves. Later on, when the war came, they decided to extend what the association could do for people. in Liberia at the time during the war. So when they extended that, how the Grand Jury Association a little bit expanded. Fast forward from the 2000, the Grand Jury Association began rebranded in the sense that they were really now going to a full-fledged non-profit organization. Now, to extend their arm to other states nationwide, there were some mistake on the way. But there were people, the more the generation grow, the more thing changes, the more technology comes out, the more thing changes. I want to tell you here tonight, as a non-profit, the organization wanted unity and gave power to chapters leaders. Those power are not power for them to hold. That is a non-profit. Calling chapters leader president is one of the biggest mistake this organization is making. I repeat myself, calling a chapter leader president is one of the biggest mistake that we as a young adults, young generation want to change. Because if this president were called coordinators, there will be order in place. And if these chapters were registered by the national as a foreign entity, for example, I'm in the state of Minnesota. If the Minnesota chapter was registered as a foreign entity in Minnesota with the headquarters in Philadelphia, that means that the GGAA headquarters in Philadelphia has rights over every finances here. Now I can tell you that in our chapter, in our account, we have more than 25,000, close to 25,000 plus. We don't know the amount because every year we get money. The national leader don't have power at this point to get that money. That is one of the loopholes when it comes to finances in the nonprofit. You muted.
And you speaking of the Minnesota chapter?
I'm speaking of Minnesota chapter right now. That's what I'm telling you.
Okay.
So the national president, as you said, don't know what is going on here. What happening to the GGA money right now here, and she not have access to anything. So tell me, if it's the best way of running a nonprofit of this kind. Now, not only Minnesota, what happened in Philadelphia recently? The president of Philadelphia went and he spent some money without the consent even of the people there. And the national president was called and they said they talk about it and nothing had been done. She said nothing she can do. So my point here, when it comes to the money issue, when we tell them that, hey, we want to change and revamp this whole organization, the whole NGO, no one, with the exception of the national leadership, has sole authority over any finances of the organization. But let me let you know, based on the 501c3 and the way each chapters came to this union, the national leadership cannot legally legally take anybody money, any chapter money at this point, because the chapter registered as a domestic non-profit organization in their state. For example, we in Minnesota, we register as a domestic non-profit under Minnesota law. So we can only give money if we feel like doing it. That's how the entire chapters are ran. There where the problems start coming from before going to national. So if you have that kind of system financially, you have problem getting money from the people. Similar thing that happened also in Philadelphia before. So you can't continue to make that same mistake and the same mistake going on. So we are saying, yeah, how we want it to be. Revisit the Constitution, revisit how chapters financials suddenly been set. That means each chapter should only have operational funds. For example, if you have 20,000 in the Minnesota chapter, make sure that by law, the constitution of the something, by law, they only have operational fund, and the leadership there is a coordinator. You can get other some people that help in, but it should be a coordinator that coordinate the activity of that chapter. Then you have full control. Can you imagine the board of this union? The board of the union can demand Minnesota chapter that register as a single non-profit under Minnesota law can demand them for that money. So what we are saying here is that if you can't face the root, do you think you can face the head? That's why the total financial malpractice been taking place. Now either they are saying that they got a cash out connected to the bank, so it is perfect financial record. My little daughter can connect her account to a bank. It is not enough. We know it is happening, but it's not enough. Something for you to be boasting that you have set the financial record of GGAA, so no more GGAA money will be used. But do you know how much in Iowa cover right now? Do you know how much in Philadelphia cover? Do you know Missouri cover? Do you know? You don't know this. So you are talking about transparency financially. It is an error. It is an error on her part. When you ask Edith right now, how much is in Minnesota chapter account? She won't tell you. And by right, she should know. When IRS asks Edith right now to want to audit Grand GGAA Association, do you know there'll be a bigger problem than what I told them the last time? Because you're running over 22 chapters. All the 22 chapters have funding. They got money in their account, and you don't know where the money are right now. How much is it? So how much Grand GGAA Association worth? You were crying for debt, but we had close to 25,000 in Minnesota. We were crying for money. We had 25,000 here, and we're collecting money for convention. You see, as we get closer to the election, we will educate our people that you can't be running the organization about Prezo, I'm the Prezo, and then you're looking for money. Your chapters have money. Are they chapters? Are you in control of them? Are you really saying they are part of you? Or are you their head? Or they are just partnering with you? If they are partnering chapters, tell us that these are partnering chapters. So there where the problem comes from, and Edith does not know how the money is really going. All she knows, the money she collected from her convention is what she has. And that's what she's looking at. But when it comes to auditing of this organization, it is deeper. And we don't want to go in that route. That is why a man who has come to do it for the people and change that trajectory.
Okay.
In addition to my SG,
Right.
you see, the problem with your question was, why is it come to certain things that then we'll talk about finances? The problem is, most of the time, most of the presidents that been running the organization, they've been doing good, don't get me wrong. But there's no platform that they will tell you, say, this is what I want to do. So because you don't have something to tell people what you want to do, you don't know how to look for the money. So when the money comes, then you are confused. And that's what actually happening now with this administration. If you look in the platform they had before they won the election, there's nothing in it that they have touched, because there's nothing in it that they put their hand on to say, if I get this money, I will do this. Only to know, maybe last minute time they say, oh, I'm doing this. No. But if you have a mindset like this, Amweno team, we say we want to have an office space. It means that we need money to open the office space. So if we get the money, we have an office. But we not get the money before we say, oh, what do we want to do? No. So we should have some project. Maybe we want to do something with the community college. We say, look, we need money. We're looking for 50,000 to buy 3 buses for the community college. It means that we have a target. We're looking for some money for that purpose. But you can't get money, then you want to do something. Then there's nothing else to do. So when it comes to like Jean Yobote, let me come back to him. Like Jean Yobote, when he was running a campaign, he said he want to build a monument. You can get 17 things on your on your platform, but be specific. If I win, I will build a monument. And he won, and he built a monument. So every little cent that he had, he was pumping into that particular monument, the monument. So if you come up with something that you want to do, like for me, I serve as former president. Now I'm the former president of Boston District, and I said when I win, I want to build schools. Then when I won, we didn't have money. We came up, we got about $6,000, or a little over $5,000. That's what we receive, and we built a school in Joundi that cost almost $40,000. So every money we're having, we're pumping the money over there. It's not a matter of how much are you living in the cupboard. You want to give, when they say assets, we want to see tangibles. And this is what people have money problem with. They able to spend the money on the monument. So because of the COVID, there was no convention to generate the money. So you were asking people all around. This, like what the secretary said, if Minnesota chapter can get about 25,000 and we're creating money from someone who say, okay, no problem, I don't want any interest, give me this. It could have been if the president was going to get control over these chapters, that we say, oh, we got good chapter, they are outstanding, only $300 they pay. If you pay your $300, you in good standing with the administration, but the administration will never ask what is going on in their chapter and what are they going through, and unless some issue come out. So these are things then that Amwenu is looking at, that will be able to, have a say into the chapter. And maybe the chapter, then we can ask them, say, look, we are undertaking this project. Can you be part of it? Can you find money, raise money for this project? And, as a Minnesota chapter, as a Pennsylvania chapter, let them be part of the administration. Now when we go to convention, when we finish paying the $300, they will go back and sit down.
Okay.
So you know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
there's so many right now, according to the administration, they're trying to send barrel, that barrel or that container. When they thought of it, is it campaign strategy that they want to container? Are they paying for those things there? Who giving them to them? These are some of the transparency we're talking about. How you getting it? Who gave it to you? Let us know. Just tell us, look, Mr. X gave me this this matter of material, and we are taking it to the Martha Todman Hospital. Then we know, but you say you carry container to Martha Hospital. So who do we give credit to? Is it you alone or somebody else? Let us know. These are all we're talking about transparency. We want to know who giving it to you and why, who went there to ask for those things.
Okay. Yeah, time fast spent. So before I dive into my next question, that have to do with one of the biggest chunk and talk about in the Grandidian community, surrounding the insurance policy and all of that and all of that. I know this show, I really want us to go deep into it, but I think we can have another day. But I just want each and every one of you to have time, at least like five minutes to have something to say. The whole thing about the insurance, all right? It's been sinking some in the community. The Poah team, other people from the Poah team are saying it's not possible, and you guys say it's possible. So, what exactly about the organization that people are saying you can't get insurance and you're saying you can get insurance? What is it?
Okay, let me just break it down easy. When it comes to the conventional insurance, we say conventional insurance means what everybody else out there going for. We call it the group insurance, where every organization, businesses, and insurance, group life insurance, majority of the businesses go for it. Now, every nonprofit in the United States, even churches, religious organization, as long as you have a 501c3, you are qualified for a group insurance. If you want to go for the conventional one, that means you are not handling most of the paperwork in the process. They are handling it. We can go for that. It's an option. It is possible. We can go for that. We are qualified. 50-year organization, we are overqualified. No question with that. We beat them the last time on that at pre-double show. And at the end of the day, they agree that it is possible, but it will be difficult for us. So we told them it is not difficult for us. We are ready for the challenge. You did it before, you didn't make it, but we are ready to do it. Now, let me make it simple here. What we're going to do, minus the conventional way, what we're going to do, every organization, the nonprofit or such, we are family organization, group organization for a specific place, like a family. We can get our own in-house insurance, life insurance. Now, as I speak to you, technically, what is going on in Grand GGAA Association currently is technically a life insurance, but at the minimum. Can you imagine somebody pass right now? The Grand GGAA Association says that the person will be getting $350 if you are a member. We are saying it is very small. It is a shame. We are not in Liberia. The lowest something to bury somebody is about $9,000. The lowest. That means you just want to take care of the person, bury the person, and do all this other stuff. We're not talking about the drinks. We're talking about the body itself. The lowest is around 9,000. Now, what we are proposing is this. If you are a legitimate member of this organization and you want to be part of it, let me sound the caveats first. Every insurance is left with you, the individual, to accept or not to accept, even at your job or wheresoever. So we are saying, as a legitimate member of the organization, the 300 is small. So what should we do? What is our proposal? We are proposing that if Mr. Jenkins want to be part of this and make Mr. Jenkins pay his $350 for the whole year, let us zone. We are 10,000 and 1,000 people want to be part of it. And 1,000 people pay $300 each and $50 each for the whole year. We are talking about $350,000 US cash paid for that insurance, or the group insurance. Now, we are setting the limit that person that pays, anyone that within our 1,000 people, we are giving 15,000 to the family. That can bury the person.
Which is reasonable enough to
That
bury
can
someone.
do a lot of stuff, and they can even have little repair for the person without giving the family stress.
Right.
Now, that 1,000 people, you can't tell me that the money sitting there can't pay for what we are talking about. And it will never be that 1,000 people that pay, 1,000 people are going to die that year. It's impossible. To even have 15 people dying, it's impossible for the year. So what we are saying is that alone create another revenue spree for the organization. Revenue for the organization. The money is in our hands. The money is in the GGAA account, set there. So it's like we create another means to give our people rest. Because since this organization are funded, no one can show us that people that are part of the organization are really benefiting from the organization in the United States. Now, our plan again is like, we not having any condition, no medical exam, nothing. Your man at 95 years old, maybe 2 years, 2 days before to die, you want to register, you register. Your baby, small, you want to register your baby, you register your baby. As long that person is legitimate member of the organization, we will accept it. So the thing is not complicated. I don't know why the people see it complicated. And now other people may think it is illegal. It is not illegal. Me, you, and all as friends, we can get together and say, we'll be keeping the money. Something happen to somebody, we'll give it to them. Nothing illegal in that. Everybody agree that we'll put money together. When something happen to somebody, we'll give it to them. It is not illegal. So Grand Gideon never knew that 300 that they were giving to the people, the 300 they were giving to the people, it's the same thing we're doing, but we're doing it in a different way. That which they are not really understanding, and they feel like we are just giving a lot of rhetoric. It is not rhetoric. That is what we call the in-house insurance, life insurance, in-house, in our organization, has brothers and sisters. So that alone, it is workable. It is easy. So if they're not understanding this, it is very easy. Not talking about the conventional level, that level is very easy. And do you know how much for each month for that person?
Exactly.
It's less than $30 US per month. No medical exam. Brother, go try just now and say you want life insurance. They will ask for your grandma name, your grandpa name, your auntie name, your everybody name. How many children you get? What kind of food you eating? You can take SSI. We are saying, we're not asking no question. Pay your money. The money is set there. We're not praying for somebody, something to happen to somebody. In case something happens, you are sure of good burial. Your family will have a stress-free time to mourn you. But that 300 is a drop in the bucket. It does not show a 50-year-old organization going back to the people that serve it over 25 years, 30 years. So my people will beg you. That's how we will handle it. So let me get Mr. Dennis chance to.
In addition to that, let's take for example, we all in America, most of us most of us in America working, and we got insurance. Now, if you for any reason you leave that job, your insurance gone. Before you will get it again, you will go somewhere else and hire for another job, and you will be on probation 90 days before your insurance kick in, all the kind of thing there. But as this SG saying, these are in-house. So if you pay, maybe I got my old man in the house, I got my daughter here, you can say have extra insurance because you're a graduate. You can pay for it, and tomorrow if you are not working, your insurance still there. So long you pay your premium. It's just the same thing here. If you look at your car insurance in America here, let's say for example the car insurance. You pay insurance every month for your car. And sometimes nothing happens to your car. Nobody hit you, you don't hit anybody, but you still pay. That money is kept over there. So we as grandchildren, maybe in the future we could say we want to have our own banking. We can have our banking system. You pump your money in it's there. People doing susu, like what you got people paying susu. This susu, you pack it, get to you. One of my brothers, they want to share the susu money, police making and shot him. Over $35,000 in a suitcase after sharing the money. So the insurance is something that, in fact, the other team, they agree. Later on, they said they agree. It can work by heart. We got people that know what to do. I got one of my uncle right now. He's in Georgia. He paid the insurance fee for long. What do you think we can tap in those people that work with insurance? We got everything you think about in America here. Grandchildren are involved into it, and they know how to do it, and they can do it the better way too for us. And that's why we are coming up with this insurance. We know our people that can do it. I might not know how to do it. He might not, another person might not know, but in grandchildren, they are involved into it. And
Okay.
people will benefit from it. So
All right.
let people trust this team will bring changes and people will benefit from it.
You see, that's a power of having intellectual young people supporting the old folks that already know their way around. And I think it will be unique if we can live as a young people and support the old people while they're going out, because we get the energy, we get a brain, we get a way to think around things. Now that the whole world is being computerized. I set the example every day. Yesterday, my papa will give me letter to carry away to Beitan. And then you wait for somebody living from Beitan to come Zwadru before you get a reply. But today, here you are, you in Philadelphia, drinking here in Minnesota, I'm here in Iowa, and we're interfacing with each other, we're exchanging intellectual thoughts. So the world is growing. So if you want to be in leadership, think about the technology's path, think about how we can raise money, think about how people can survive without backing order within the organization. So I think your ideas are very unique. I'm seeing it very unique. We have never seen Manapoa ideas yet, but there is also a story in the corner that Manapoa, after she took over, there were a lot of projects that get stuck because administration stop, another one begins. So there were other projects that outgoing leadership left, and she took over it. So how true is the information? And because you may mention that since Madam Poah took over, there now one campaign promise have been delivered. There now one platform message or whatever she sent out there before she become president have been delivered. So tell me about it. What have she done since she been president of the organization?
All right, let me just come in quick before my SG come in, because both of the time SG will come in. Thank you very much for the question. I don't really know. It's always good to tell people, because according to their platform or their checklist that they're having, they talk about transparency. And that's what we're talking about right now. For us, we feel that they are not transparent. They talk about accountability. Why are they accounting for now to take money to the bank? Is that something that you praising yourself? Oh, the money is going to the account. Is that what we're talking about? If you say so, then people that don't have that particular way of keeping money there, but they save their money too, because they were giving account, they were giving their financial report. Now, when you say how do you call it, unity? What are the unity? Because the association have been split from certain time, and most of the people, according to Madam Poah, that she been trying to call them so they can come together. But if you ask the people, they'll tell you, say no. It never came to us for us to hold a meeting. The only time they invited us was one of her inauguration, and we show up. And since that time, so where are they coming from when they say they're doing something into their platform? Their platform don't give anything that to prove to Grenadian. And these are things that we always saying that, oh, let us give Edith second chance. Second chance for what? What have she done, or what is she trying to complete for which we should give her second chance? Let her come here tonight. Anybody can come on your platform in the future and tell us exactly why would you give her second chance.
The campaign chairman was to be here from Poah team, but I think we waited so long. It was to be a very, very interactive show.
Exactly. Let her come and tell. Let her come and tell us what. There's something they brought in the last time. They said they can continue to grandchildren.
Yeah.
So JJ I said, why now? Why at this time? And people talking, I asked the president, why now? I mean, I'm not happy because she can't continue. I'm very happy for continue to go to Grand GGAA. I'm very happy. But I want to know why this time. Because there's so many things that some of us have presented to her that will benefit Grand GGAA. I was in Zwedru in June. I came from Zwedru in June. I went to the community college. My brother, if you go to the community college, you will see the rooms, the classrooms. Some of them are empty. Nothing in the classes there. They take the chairs and move it to another class for them to sit. So when I came back to America, because I had this connection with one Mr. Bowie, I called him. I said, look, Mr. Bowie, this is a situation. Because I know he been giving chairs from America to different schools in Lufa and some other thing there. So I talked to Mr. Bowie, and Mr. Bowie said, oh man, I'm happy that you're telling me. But the only thing I would want, I don't want to carry a container of chairs in Monrovia for them to be kept there. Because I have to turn the pool container back. And I promised him, I said, we won't happen. Trust me. I will talk to the national president. And I called the president. Today, for the president to answer me, I'm still waiting. Then I called the president's brother, who was also one of the acting president. I put it before him. Said, this is the situation. Besides the chair issue, and nothing came out of it. Then I went to the hospital. I visited the hospital also. The machine that they can use to wash the operating materials. I think they call it the stabilizer is damaged. So I met with the hospital administrator. He came in the theater and he showed me. I said, okay, when I go back, I'll talk to my president. I went to their laundry. I saw people using hands with gloves on it to wash the beddings in the hospital. I came and I explained those things to the president, and nothing she did about it. Now, this time around, she continued to Martha Todman Hospital. What is in the container? Why now? Are they carrying laundry machine there, or are they carrying sterilizer to work on whatsoever like that, or are they carrying cooler for old people? Why are they carrying? And so these are things that we're talking about. But for us to see, because the last time they said she gave, I think, $10,000 to the community college for them to reopen the nursing school. That's a good thing. But since when that nursing school closed? Is it a few days?
And how long will 10,000 keep it running?
Exactly. So are you helping or are you hurting? When they close at our time, you should have gone to the place and see what you can do. But right now, in fact, the school are not yet open. The container that she said she's going to send, just imagine how long container can take before it reach. So I'm not impressed with it. Somebody think that. So when you say let the campaign manager or let the campaign, anybody from their campaign come and explain what have they done. Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when we look at Edith Poah administration and we say Edith Poah have done nothing.
Okay.
Look at our entire platform last year. That's the same platform she said she's bringing again. What in that platform have been completed? What in that platform have been started? What really in that platform that they can lay out? Come on, man. Can you imagine she's saying email, create email for the bull. I create email for the secretary. I create email. You killing me?
Yeah, maybe it was part of a platform.
It was not. Let me tell you, every administration, you must have an email. There's no question about that. You must. She said, okay, we got a phone number for this person, that person. These phone numbers are not working. These are basic things. So I just taking the basic stuff first. Let's look at it. Then she said, I connected the bank account of GGAA with cash app. You killing me, man. You say you hide it. They know they've been talking that they had it educated. These are the educated people talking about this kind of thing. They think what second grade student can do. So when the people say they achieved, and we are not saying they achieved anything they did that impacting life. When you say you achieve something, it should impact life. For example, Ile according to her, it has not yet been proven because we have not seen the bank statement. We have not seen nothing. This thing are open record for non-profit.
Are you telling me since Poah take over till now, you're about to go to another calendar year election? She has never come out to any committee or maybe chapter leader to submit report about what's going on, what she undertaking, what
No
the best.
financial report, brother. When the financial report is there, that what his website is there. We all a little bit get an idea on website where you can go. You can just visit there 2023. You know the money they break down expenses and money that came in. It will not take you even 10 minutes to give it to your website designer to just put that page up. Even that one sheet, you just break the one sheet to your two administration and say, this is the amount that came in. This is what we spend it on. And, you know, administrative expense, the other project expense, this that you deducted. Simple statement. Nothing. Then you tell all, after like 6 months or even a year, tell all the total amount in the account. You screenshot the bank statement. Simple. And you know, you can just open it, something and just screenshot and put it up. Nobody that non-profit account, you can darken the account, the bank need, the organization need will be there and put it up. So what we are saying, you're talking about transparency, these are the things you are not doing. You create email, that the email you're bluffing with. That email you create now, how many people now send email there? That phone number you say you get, how many people you share the number to? Are those numbers on the website to say, contact so and so, contact this person, contact that person? So let's be serious. That's why I say, let's be serious and say, oh, you talking to the president today? No, not the president. We're talking about the issue. Let's be serious with the issue.
Yeah, we have to be serious.
What are impacting the life of the people in America that are creating that money? What is impacting the life of the people in Liberia? So what you did to that school, you just wasted our money because the school not yet open. Then some people say, oh, they not wasted money, they put it in the school, this, that. The first thing, oh, we become board members sitting on the board. As an organization that get funding, you are obligated to sit on the board. Even LU board. You want to sit on LU board today, you will sit. As a non-profit, you want to sit on the board, you will sit. Because when you help in a place, you will sit on the board. What we say is that when you want to help, you got to be strategic in helping. Let there be impact. Let there be impact. So the 2 years, what she bluffing for is the 10,000 she gave, and the money, according to her, she got more money sitting in the account, and the emails and the WhatsApp she created, the email and the cash app she created. So, Brother Ellis, Edith has done really nothing. Edith has done really nothing. Edith just had the opportunity to go have program, money comes in, according to her, she keep the money. Nobody's saying that she have not generated money. But can you imagine, before GGAA, let me give you another breaking news. Before GGAA, before the COVID, pre-COVID, our president of GGAA having even 50,000 in the account is a disgrace. It's a disgrace. Because one convention alone, you can, just one convention, you make more than 70 to 80,000 just from one convention. And you have gone 2 conventions. You are going to the second conventions now, you have a lot of problems. There are almost 3-4 programs, I can say 5, and you posting 50,000 in the account without doing nothing. So we should wait another 2 more years for 50,000 to be there. We are saying, when we take power, they say they are educated. The 401c3, they don't know how to use it. Bring people in. Let all make use of it. Don't you think that NGO can hire grant writers? The 10,000 you're giving there, well, you can hire a grant writers to get grant for almost $1 million, $2 million grant. You see, what I want to talk about progressive leadership. Now, when you get that 2 million grant, you were talking about that community college. When you throw 500,000 down there, that 10,000, 5,000, you're talking about something. So when you are a progressive leader, these are things you think about. But either they don't have that kind of thinking.
Okay.
Our 501c is being here wasted. They said they will do something with it. They're not even read $1 grand yet. Even in the state she live in, Philadelphia. You know how many grand in Philadelphia?
Okay. Yeah, I will hold you there. I know we came on late and there's that. I have
Yeah.
two questions. Maybe in the next maybe 10 or 15 minutes we can get close up this and we can schedule a better time. You stretch a good point today, and I really want us to talk about it. I really want to have time with you and then bring on some panelists from our panel chat room so we can be able to discuss, because having an organization that have chapters, that local Grand GDA Association having almost about 20 chapters. These are things like why a president of the GGAA does not have a control over a president in Iowa. Why the money? Why our Grand GDA should go and credit money when chapters around her already have money sitting in their accounts? How can we incorporate our chapters to do fundraising and bring it to national leadership so that we can be able to expand development? How can we engage agriculture? We can be a low, non-profit organization in America, but what we're doing back home, we're feeding our people, and then they're raising money, and the money coming back to us. These things can happen. But we need people who are committed to the struggle. People just use it, why, oh, I will do this, I will do that. I think we are grown. We are born kids, our kids coming after us. What are we setting for them? What are the examples we live in? So it kind of like level-headed if you're from America and you go back home and you sit there and somebody who's struggling back home and they're showing you what they are grow over the year, and you look at the kind of opportunity we sit in and the chances we have to rewrite life, and we're not making even use of it. Grand Union organization have raised, since the existence of Grand Union organization, I believe they have raised more than up to $7 million.
Yep.
Today, nobody can get account of this is what we build as a county. Today, we are being challenged by NIMA. The NIMArian will come together, just 3, 4, 5 will put ideas together, boom. But we're sitting here, we split the organization. We have Grand Leader Association. In the Grand Leader Association, we have, okay, it's good when we go to our own in-house organization. Let's say I'm from Kunembo. I go and side with the Kunembo. My mom from Putu, I go and go to the Putu organization. But the momentum of all is for me to challenge my idea from the national leadership to those chapters to be able to incorporate with the national leadership so that we can be able to raise funds, because breaking down into subdivision is a way of being able to reach out to people who will not want to associate with the national because of certain people. Other people will say, I'm very confident in the Kunembo Association. I can pledge my $1,000. But one way or the other, the president say, I don't have confidence in Poah or whosoever the leadership is. I can't give my $1,000. But if you give it to the Kunembo Association, within that 1,000, you give her about 600 out there going to the national. So we don't care how you feel. These are things we're supposed to start bringing up. So like you setting the ideas and thinking about how we can incorporate chapters. Looking at Minnesota sitting there, $25,000. Go North Dakota, maybe 18. Another person or Arizona chapter, 10. You put all of this money together in a year time. We have 10 chapters. And then we set a goal that every chapter has to raise at least about $10,000 every year to bring to the national cover. Think about how much we will raise before calendar year come to our end. And put that into perspective if we're trying to invest into something. And put that into perspective when we're trying to go to Zwaju Modulator, we say, okay, today we get 3 years of free scholarship. Everybody go to school free. We can go to that same Zwaju and say, hey, we're building modern technology, a computer lab with library, everything. Y'all go there and learn trade, y'all learn this. If you look in the whole of Liberia, our country is dying. It's dying. The people just depend on us. So we depend on you guys who go into leadership to be able to lead, to be able to make those sacrifices. Don't think about you and myself in America, because one way or the other, there's a bag of burger laying down I can go and put meat in it and start eating. I go to bed. But there is some child somewhere in Putu, in Ziatan, in Chanson. You name the rest of it. They don't get
You
it.
go back on this show. Why they go on the other side the whole time? Is all kind of back on
It's
this
starting,
show?
man. No.
No, I mean, in the Bazum district, on the Polatan or Poatan, something like that. I've been there. I actually went to Sweden. I
I
graduated
know.
I graduated from Thomas Wilson Institute. So
Oh wow.
I spent a little bit of time in that area.
I see. I see.
Before, before,
Let me come here a little bit, sir.
yeah.
I was talking to Dr. Brooks. I think in your area there in Iowa. Bro Newman.
Yeah, no, bro, Newman.
Yeah. I was talking to him today. And I'll give you some parable. I said, look, they got three set of people on earth. Some people, they are that blessed. They got money, a lot of money. They know what to do with it.
Exactly.
Some people, they know what to do with the money, but they can't get the money. And some people, they don't know how to get the money. They don't have the money, but just tell them to do something, they will do it. The third group that they're prepared to work, they are there. The second group that they put are managing the first group money. They are in the middle class that they're managing it. What I was trying to tell him is Grand GGAA Association. Trust me, we got every other John Bell said, we got every other equipment. I know what kind of thing we get it in Grand GGAA, in the Grand GGAA in America here. Outside America, we got doctors, we got engineers. There's a guy that in Minnesota, I think they call him Doctor. I spoke to him before. He's an electrical engineer. I mean, we can bring all our doctors then together. For me, I'm old. I'm not a doctor. At least I went to school. I did criminal justice, but I didn't graduate. But I did it in America here from Strayer University. We got the brains. It just leave with us to say, look, let's work together and move forward. But when we bring some idea, people say, oh, it can work. It can work. Everything that people say it can work, we can bring our people to make sure that it works. The agriculture, you talk about Queenable District, look at Barton District. They got forests going to the place there. Even if the Grand GGAA Association will now go and start brushing the area, but Grand GGAA Association know that Mr. X that is Dretan or that's in Joundi or that's in that area, the man trying to make a big farm. We can help the person, get the person power saw, get the person, help the person financially and make a big farm. And people can get something other. In Philadelphia, yeah, in New Jersey, they get some Chinese people that get farm there. We go there, we buy bitter bug, kettle, you need a pepper. Why we can't do things like that? We can do those things there.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a nice point. Before I come back to you guys for closing statement, I'll have one more question quick that I'm just gonna be straight with time because it's almost 12 o'clock. I want everybody to just wake up and go to work tomorrow. So, can anybody? Who is Gilman to you? Who is Gilman? Tell me about Gilman.
Come again with your question. I didn't hear you.
My question have to do with me. I see Gilman. Gilman having to be a menu what is it, stand-up bearer, let's say. But for me, I still yet to see what convinced you guys, who actually is Gilman. What Gilman is made of, what he capable of doing, what can he do different from other leaders that you two have seen that have served their Grand or Grand in America.
The first thing, Gilmore is a graduate. a child of the soil. Our Constitution says anyone from Grand GGAA can sell Mother GGAA. And based on that fact, and that person should be, if you want to be a national leader, and that person should be at least a high school graduate. Based on that fact, from that fact alone, I believe that Gamer is qualified for the presidency. But who is Gamer? Let's go to that. Because I just said in the premise that he's qualified. No debt. Who is Gamer? Gamer is a businessman, an entrepreneur, a real estate investor who married with 5 living children. And he is a guy who and his wife have married over years, that he's still with that same woman. They have 5 children and they're living well. Gilmore is his businessman. We need people with business knowledge to help this organization. The man current worth as a real estate investor, more than $1 million now. He started from zero in net worth around 900,000, but you know that business it boosts every time. So this kind of person came to the United States, no money, living on his brother's couch, decided to go into business for himself and can generate that network with his family. That alone can tell you that this person can use that same knowledge that he used to build his network to come and use that knowledge to build Grand GGAA Association. When it comes to administrative wise, no one without administrative skills or financial skill will make that kind of money in that period of time. And this guy has worked for himself all his life. He's living in the United States. When he left his brother's place, he lived with himself. He is a leader. He is a hardworking person. Even the Grand GGAA we're talking about, Gilmore has footprint in this Grand GGAA Association. He have held series of positions. So he's not new to the organization. And when we talk about the Grand GGAA community, Gilmore is one of the person without a high profile leadership yet. When I say high profile, that means maybe the district, president and that kind of stuff. But he's recognized among the community when it comes to raising funds for any Grand GGAA organization. He always served as a speaker for any Grand GGAA organization, even organization outside. This Gilmore guy we're talking about, as we speak in Liberia, he's running the biggest, one of the biggest voter education ever in Liberian history, with over 200,000 members. Voter registration education in Liberia, with over 200,000 members in 15 states, counties in Liberia. He runs that NGO. It's a non-profit. He sponsors it. They do only voter education. So this man who sat in America sent his money to the entire nation to educate our people how to vote, how to get leader into office. This is a man you're talking about can lead Grand GGAA Association. This is a man you're speaking about that he is not capable enough to run Grand GGAA Association. Let's go now and say, okay, 10. Because if they want to go that route, we can ask them, how many of your presidents in Grand GGAA Association that can show net worth of 900,000? Let's just ask that question. Then they will come again. It is not that what we're talking about. Administrative wise, who that have led Grand GGAA Association, that running a robust non-profit in Liberia, that in all 15 counties with over 250,000 active members. Do you think all the active members are working free? Brother, you from there? So when people try to use propaganda and try to take somebody's repetition, and we will come out and just claim it because we are progressive, we are moving forward. Gilmore is a person that is capable of leading this organization. Nothing else, nothing less. My brother Jason Jeru is propagating. If he believes, I'll just leave that. He's a good propagator. The person he was supporting should have won the election. Gilson started as a, how they call it, editor for some kind of newspaper before. He should be able to propagate well for that paper with a broom to win the election. So people who can run propaganda on the national scene, and Gilmore is on the national scene as we speak, currently educating your own Liberian brother and sister in Liberia on how to vote, that a man you say not capable of running the organization. So this thing happen, election can, this thing will be said, but we just have to come and educate our people. So Gilmore is capable of running this place. He's educated. He got the leadership ability. And with financial aspect, I believe strongly, Grand GGAA money is safe. It is safe. So, brother, the man can run the organization.
All right,
I just make it simple. I don't want to speak the BBT. I want for our man to hear it.
Don't remind me like what Omar when I first came, I go visit her days. I say, oh, when you come here, even when you be speaking your own English, then please ask me more crime. That's why I understand it. I say, okay. So yeah, Mr. Danny, I hear from you.
Yeah, I've been around the Grand GGAA Association for some time. I was once the campaign manager that brought the first national president, the first female national president, Madam Martha Kana, to power. And I also helped in so many ways into the Grand GGAA Association. And I made my way. I became one of the board members for the Grand GGAA Association, the Pennsylvania chapter. I even ran to be president for the Pennsylvania chapter. And I served 2 terms, 6 years as president of Bazan District Association. I'm one of the founders of the Bazan District Association chapters. When I got here, they didn't have chapter. The first chapter we had is the Pennsylvania chapter. And I told the national president that we should not use the word president. Let's use the word coordinator. That's how we started with this Bazan District Association. This is the chapter, the coordinator. We don't use chapter. We don't use president. We are all coordinators. And I serve as coordinator for Bazan District. What I know about Gilman, for which I'm supporting him, I know that he has the leadership ability. I'm very old enough to know my children. I know what the other person can do, and I know what the other person can do. Even Jenkins, this guy they call Digest, Elijah Bowie, he's in Liberia. He myself then talking about Jenkins. He said, JJ, I'm very proud about Jenkins, of what he's doing and what he will do. So these people, they got a future. Their dreams, we have to help to build it up. And Gamer is one of them. Now thinking about the Grand Leader Association or Grand Leader as a whole. So when we meet in our executive meeting from the beginning, people were looking at it from a different point of view. And I told my Bazan district people, they were calling me, oh, don't endorse the man because this, because of that. I said, no, this guy have a future, and he's administrator. He can lead the association here. I'm going to support him. So I was one of maybe the first two, besides Honorable Pine, the former board chairman, who endorsed him, and I came out too, because I see some quality in him that he can produce. So with all of us around him, trust me, he's going to be one of the best and youngest president for Grand Leader Association, and will always be around him. He's a person that can listen to people, and what the secretary said, he have a print on so many activities back home. Even in my district, he built 2 hand pumps through organization that he connected me with here. So he have a complete network that we can benefit from. So such a person, I'm always there to support him, to make sure the administration, we are always around him. So, I mean, that's the person I know him to be.
Okay. All right. Before we go quickly, I'm going to ask you, each and every one of you, to come up with your closing statement. But first, let me really be honest with you guys. Um, the Green Gideon Association is, I can put it in the shoe of Liberia, among every one community or local tribal organization in the USA. I believe the Grenadians are not doing well. So if we see people with idea and brain that engage with some level of people that come into leadership, we we always encourage them to be an example. It's just a one person to say, okay, I know we do the black hand cat thing, we do monkey hand, this, that, but yeah, let's put an end to this. Let's set out a way, that be accountable. That try to explain how people money be spent, you know. That build things. Let's try to build things that kids will come and say, oh, yeah, that man need rating on that thing because he built it. See, if they show you Dubai in 1946 when LeBron gained our independence, you not even believe that was Dubai. When they show you other cities in America, when LeBron was independent nation, you not even believe those cities there exist at that time. Because the people, they commit themselves to creating life, to creating building family and wealth. Even if it's not put money in my pocket as an individual, it will set the future of my daughter. It will set the future of my son. I'm old enough to find something for myself to eat. What I need right now is for me to save some money and I'll be able to buy my castle when I'm gone. And to be able to leave something behind when my daughter come or my son come and meet it there and be able to start from where I stopped. It would think about life that way, we'll be able to help out, we'll be able to set a unique future and build a talented leader that will come after us. So I encourage both of you guys. We will always organize the platform for you guys to come on and put whatever information necessary out there. I don't care how it is. Poor thing gonna be here. You're gonna be here. We'll be doing this thing until all of the election settle, and we will also be. Y'all will see me in person. I'll also be there during the election night. I'll also be there, and I'll also cast my vote. We'll decide who wins and we'll pick up the leadership from there. So let me go strictly to Mr. Dennis for a closing statement.
All right. Thank you very much. When I saw your flyer this afternoon at work in our chat room. The first person that I recognize, I don't know you, but the
Yeah.
first person I saw that one of the panelists, maybe that he is your panelist,
Yeah.
Mr.
They-
Dave Cooley.
yeah.
Dave Cooley know JJ Dennis very well.
Okay.
And you say, oh, the problem the association is having is trust. The second thing is that we not focus. If we are focusing on certain things, we'll be able to get what it's supposed to be. And this is one. For me, I always say that every year, if the Grand Jury Association have a convention, proceeds from that convention should be used in Bazan district. The following year, and let that proceed, let the district be able to give account at the next convention. The following convention will go to Queenable district. The third convention will come to Chien district. At the end of it, you see that we'll be able to realize 3 different projects in 3 years. But when we want to carry Prezo, we're not going anywhere. Because everybody want to go to be Prezo. That's the song. So what I want to say tonight to all the grandchildren, I don't know, I just thinking about saying Baza district. All I want to say to the grandchildren tonight, let us vote Pim Amwenu. The word Amwenu in Kran, they said we will do it. And because of the brains, the grandchildren that in America here, if we come together and say, look, we want to have electricity. The doctor I'm talking about, I will still get back to him. He got a common sense on generating electricity. He told me he came from China. So he got a lot of things that he want to provide. We got people that want to do so many things. So let us give this particular this particular group that coming in, let's give them a chance. Because there's nothing that we will say that the past, you can call them past, the administration have done or they will do for which we to get a second chance. They don't deserve second chance this time around. And if we get there, if the Abuenu get there, if they don't do anything, it will be some of us will come back and tell the person, what we told you, we are sorry. Trust me. We tell them that we are sorry, but we will not regret because we will do it. We'll make sure that what we want to do according to our platform will fulfill them. We'll have an office space in Philadelphia, and after that, we'll be thinking about buying a hall. And that particular hall will be used for Granjide, and that hall will generate funds. And then we'll be able to come up with this insurance thing. There are people that will be doing it. Everything that in the platform, we earmark people that will be heading this particular area because we know their ability. We know what they can do. The education sector, we know we got educators. We got doctors. In the health area, we got nurses in here that are willing to go extra mile to bring quality nursing system back home. We'll say farming, we got agriculturalists. We're thinking about doing something good, this administration. And let's give the Gaemon Sloot team a chance. We promise you 2 years, you will re-elect that team. Because of the people that will be working, will go across the aisle. If we win, the Edith Poah will see somebody in your camp that willing to work, that qualify. Trust me, they will be part of the team. We are going to be open. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Mr. Dennis. Thank you. If you still want to listen to Jenkins, you can stay on.
Oh, sure. I want to listen to him. I'm my man. Huh?
Fire up,
I'm
Mr.
a
Secretary.
secretary.
Y'all, we are powerful secretary.
Yes.
Go ahead.
All right.
Jenkins.
The thing very simple. It is so saddening that over the 50 years of this organization, we don't have a place to call a home. No one can function without a home. Nobody. Where you go hustle tomorrow, you come back to sit. But you not get it, not easy. So what we are saying, we will give Nigeria people their office, yeah. We will give them their office. Yeah, it's the thing. We've been talking about the office space before Iowa convention. Edith Poah then heard it. They say it's not important. Before the election time, Edith Poah, they say they get money in their account. They say not nothing. Even if you got a $250 office space, can you tell me that they can pay $250 times 12? Then they say they get 60,000. Can you imagine that? Who will give the organization funding or give them credit without them having a place that the poor can go to UN? They don't start joking here. We're saying that we'll provide office space for you and we'll create a comprehensive database. When we say comprehensive database, the Englishmen, our Omaden, they not say we will get our people list. One of the people that are voting and the people need will get. I can bet either in our administration to show me a database. They can't show it. Even one sheet with everybody's address, their name, their phone number, and everything. They can't show it. I can bet you either cannot even come up here and show the address of our president. Then you say you got a database. How many grandchildren do you know you have? That in a year. Nothing of that kind. So we are saying we will get you the office, make sure everybody get identified in this organization. Then we get you your hall. We will promote agriculture in Nigeria. We will promote agriculture in Nigeria. And that job, we will work with all district leaders to help us in that process. We're not going to single-handedly take it and go to Basom District and look for land. Basom District have a president. We will use that office to get that done. The health insurance stuff, that one is clear. I told you people, we get a conventional side of the health insurance. We decide that we'll go to the in-house because we don't want the people to come test our mind. Then we don't want the people to come test our paper. Then someone they get pressure, they get diabetes, they get all the things. We say, just pay your $350 when you do your taxes, beginning of the year, you call for the whole year. Even if you want to put your children there, we don't get problem. We are even negotiating that even when you get your mom in Liberia and we confirm she living, she can still be there. So these are the things that we're bringing back to Nigerians. It is possible. The opposition, the team, other team knows that it's possible. Then we start immigration support. Do you know how many Nigerians right now running away? Many Nigerians are hiding right now.
And those in incarceration too.
Yeah, a lot of them in incarceration. What is the stand of the leadership? What mechanism are they put into place? If there's any program, do we have program for the youth who go to convention? How many people can bring their children to convention? Because there's no program for them. So we are saying we're going to do that for you people. We will introduce this thing to you for you people. So tonight, our people, let me speak to you. I believe on clipping more where you go. Chickens. They are blah blah. Ala ponyo man a quiblier. And one day they are blah about that Grand Jury Association. They are blah la quiblier ponyo man. Then $300 US, $350 US I knew. We allow and what quayong be here, allow. We and wine clean. Because I take a baby who no quibble or waje, I don't want. Ula debo no de organization we a did there we po wa de nyini ji ye ne a did there and for mu nyini san wa $350 US. Ala wine I say pon. So I buy more did go for a monet Kentucky near mono blea man you mo we a monet Kentucky near what therefore I want game okay through our team what therefore upo adobala ye why dikimi ayi na ma ne man you kribu nara wanyo duru ni aka so beke wanyo duru sia usia pe biblia koma ne la jan we no na nyo kribi we anu ade de ablia na wanyo gbe oni awon use wa tible ne popon po adogbala ye amunyo we gba o so mo back and go mo ri mo anyu we ere amata ke po amude Kentucky ni amufo wa sire ye mo ri mo anyu we mo do wa de gba o ai gba o then let me come to our people. What I just said to our woman then is to enlighten them about the insurance issue. All the people against us are already agree that it can work, but they not know it. Kissing Jerry and says he try, he not make it. The boatman or the real boatman that say no plenty boat. You try it, you not make it. When you're not able A, you're not able A. We that able A, we can make it. We say we'll do it for you. We will do it for your woman. We begging your vote for us. The leadership that in. We now want leadership that will just be preparing. They've been preparing since 2 years, the money in their account. They in the planning stage here. We're not going to be running the organization in the planning stage. We want to run the organization proactively to get things done. Edith Poah is still preparing. We're not waiting for somebody that want to prepare. She served as vice president for 4 years. Then she now know how to say her president. Why are we wasting our time? You serve as vice president for 4 years. Then you stay preparing to serve as president here. For the first 2 years we gave you. You'll kick it out, man. No need to waste time. You get to keep our money, and we need money. We need stuff to do. So please, tonight we'll come back and continue to inform you people. We take the current situation together up here tonight to at least propagate a little bit of our platform. We say thank you, Mr. Ellis Gray, and your entire team. We are happy, we are humble that we came here tonight. Thank you.
All right, my brother. Yeah, thank you for joining me so much. You can always reach out when there is a burning issue. You always welcome. Our current situation is here to take the community debate to another level. So you always welcome to reach out to us. Just do that in time so we can be able to schedule you because we produce this flyer and all of that. So you can just call like today. I want to be on the show tomorrow, and then we'll do that. So just leave time in hand. Give her a call. We'll design a flyer, at least we'll mark it before you come on here. At least we can use that mean you gain audience. Like I said, everyone is welcome here. You will see the Poah team here, you will see the Gilman team here. If anything happen, you want to debunk to whatever being said, if you can be part of the show, you can always come back to let us know. We'll bring you on. So thank you guys for joining us. We'll go back to the studio to AJ. AJ.
Yes, gentlemen, thank you very much. I was watching Kinley and Baham, the scene in the technology room here. And also, I would like to apologize to you guys. We've been having some technical issues. We decided to switch here to the studio. Moving forward, we will continue with the studio here. Thank you, Brother Jenkins, and the other guest that was on here. I just forgot his name. He just left the studio. Yeah,
Yes,
but
okay.
the platform is open to all Liberians, Grenadines, every nationality. It's a diverse platform. Current situation media. Our primary goal is, we do operate on what we call the triple constraint. We are a triple constraint network. We operate within the scope of reporting, interacting, and entertaining our viewers here from around the world. So, Brother Jenkins, thank you to you and your team. Nice presentation tonight. Sorry, I don't have no follow up question here because I was just in a technology room, making sure that Mr. Gray was able to, execute his show successfully. But moving forward, we are here every Thursday and Tuesday. Tuesday, we will also be interviewing. Next Tuesday, we'll be talking to Madam Edith Poah, campaign manager, Mr. Costa, and you guys can also set your time on one-on-one here with me on Tuesday. But Thursday is Alice Gray. So thank you, gentlemen, here. And thank you very much, audience. We appreciate your time staying with us late. We were supposed to start 8 p.m. Central Time, but due to some technical issue, we had some delay. But thank you for your patience. We appreciate it.
Then JD, good night to everyone, and